What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Peter Trades, and I'm back with another video. So this is the weekly outlook video that I do every week, and first is to recap previous week. Previous week was really tough, guys. It consolidated and it was really hard to trade. And so this is the new month, March, and this is the first week of the month. As we all know, that in the first week of the month we have NFP. By the way, guys, the reason for me recording these videos is for my own personal documentation. I want to document my journey and look back a few years from now, and so that I can see where I came from. So NFP week, if we have NFP week, we use the NFP protocol approach. So what's my protocol? My protocol is we trade on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesday London session. After that, I promise you, ICT, my mentor, said this again and again, that after Wednesday London session, NFP week is low probabilities. That order block will not hold, that fair value gap will not hold, things will just not hold. It is low probability. As usual, we don't listen. I have traded NFP week, and I can say this from experience that it is low probability. You will make losses. So this week I will not be touching my charts. On Thursday, on Friday, I will not be touching them. I will just observe and maybe demo trade. So let's jump right into the video. So on Wednesday, we have trades. On Wednesday we have some news. Yesterday we had ISM at 10 a.m. Tomorrow on Thursday we have news there as well, and there will be the Fed share will be speaking, and then on Friday NFP week, keep off NFP week, guys. So as usual, I start on the DXY. This is the monthly chart. So this is the previous month. This is February. We closed. We rejected this monthly fair value gap here, and we closed away from it. So this month I anticipate a push lower. So the high time frame gives us the reason why should price move where. Okay, why should price move where? So these are weekly charts. We have our weekly fair value gap here. We have stabbed into that 2 times, rejected, and now this is the current week here. We also have a weekly fair value gap here, which now, when this week closes below that, it will be a weekly inversion fair value gap. So we can see on the weekly chart we are moving low. On the daily, I love the daily charts. This is where I do the most of my analysis. So you can see we stabbed into this monthly fair value gap, weekly fair value gap. Now we are pushing lower. So let me turn on the lipstick, as Michael would say. So this is the PD, premium and discount. Went into a premium high time frame point of interest, and now we are rejecting lower this. So what do we see here? We see this the daily candle that stabbed into this weekly fair value gap, and when we closed below that, that became the bearish order block, and you can see that price supporting that and pushing it lower. Then we have this bullish candle here that tapped into this daily order block. So this becoming the proportion order block, and we see that after we close that, this became another block, and you can see price pushed into that, and this is holding price lower. And even this was Monday, Tuesday, we see the same thing. Price tapped into this proportion block and rejected lower. So today, what do I anticipate? Today is on Wednesday. I would love to see price move lower, and this is my weekly bias. My weekly bias for the dollar. I would love for price to move low. Okay, I would love it to go high, but if it doesn't go high, overall I want price to move lower and take out this previous weekly low. That is my bias for the dollar. Yes, and I don't think price will go above here. So yeah, that's my bias for today. For this week, I want the weekly candle to expand lower. So yeah, and eventually we can see that we have another previous weekly low here. We have a volume void here. Yeah, and we have a yearly fair value gap down here. So overall, I am bearish on the dollar as per now. So let's go to EU. What do we see on the EU on the monthly time frame? We see that there's a monthly fair value gap here. We tapped into that, rejected and closed. This is February, we closed. So this month we'll have to see open low and push higher, reaching out this previous monthly high and eventually this swing high here. That is a long-term perspective. So on the weekly chart, what do we see? Price has sort this swing low into this order block and now it's rejecting higher. And also we notice that there is a fair value gap here, which was traded through, becoming an inversion fair value gap. Here we can turn on the lipstick. So what do we see here? We see price, this is the premium discount, price went into a discount area. Monthly fair value gap now is rejecting. See that this weekly fair value gap here now has become weekly inversion fair value gap, supporting price higher and higher. So let's go to the daily. On the daily, what do I see? On the daily, the first thing that is very important is that we notice that here we have SMT with GU. EU made a lower low, but GU didn't made a higher low. So on the daily time frame, this is an indication that we are changing gears, and that's why I am bullish, because this daily SMT is very powerful. So after we had an SMT here, we had a market structure shift here. We see that price pushed and broke this high. So I anticipate that price should come and take this swing high here, and then next when price take this swing high here, and then eventually this swing high here. But that's a long term perspective. So for this week, we see that price pushed up, it found support under this weekly inversion fair value gap, and we also got another SMT divergence here with GU made a low here, and we pushed high. So what do we see here? We see that we have a daily order block here. It's a daily order block. Let me mark that one up. Bullish order block here. I would love to see price being supported higher. So this Monday's trading, Tuesday here is the day we took out previous week high, and now this one is the Wednesday. I would love to see price move higher. We can move maybe low and take out this previous day low, or tap into this daily order block here. But eventually on this week I am bullish. I would love to see price expand high and take out this previous week high here and this previous month high. That's my bias for EU. For GU, you see this monthly, the value gap here was left intact. On the weekly, what do we see? We see this a fair value gap here, supporting price higher. So weekly fair value gap here, supporting price higher. On the daily, also on the weekly, it's good to note that we have a fair value gap here, weekly fair value gap here that we traded through, and now it's becoming weekly inversion fair value gap that should support price higher. On the daily, what do we see? We see this SMT I had mentioned earlier with EU, and this is a good sign. Then we see that weekly inversion fair value gap here supporting price higher. And also on GU, it's good to note that we left a daily fair value gap yesterday. It's Monday's trading, Tuesday's trading, it's Wednesday. So what would I love to see today or this week? Maybe a pullback into this daily fair value gap and then a push high maybe to this, because we have NFP, and NFP is high volatility, it's a high volatile news. So I would love to see price push us to this previous week high, or even to this previous month high. We don't know, we will see, but my bias is bullish. Today is on Wednesday, today is the last trading day for this NFP week. I will not touch my charts again this week. So that's my bias, guys, and that's it. So let us wait and see what happens today. If we take out this liquidity here, that would be a good one. So guys, that is it. As I always end my video saying that the financial markets are very, very unpredictable and uncertain, but when you put your hope in God and in Christ, life is good and you have hope. Peace.